Well, welcome to Raised in Alaska. I would love to tell you what we're going to do today, but I'm not totally sure. This is a new trailhead for me, but I think it'll access the trail system that I've been on before. So I'm going to unload here. I'm going to try to get over to the trail system I'm used to. And from that trail system, I want to go back further than I've been before and just scout some area out and look at it. I'm going to take a drone with me today. It looks like it's going to be a really nice day for riding, unless the clouds move in. But right now it looks like it's going to be clear and beautiful. So we're going to get started and see what happens. When I was in the Arctic, an old timer once told me, whenever you go in the backcountry on your snow machine, never forget your axe. It'll get you out of anything. And I will say it saved me a couple of times. Well, I was able to get back up on top, and so I think I'm going to try going way around and see if I can get onto that trail system. My machine is a really heavy machine. It's really made for pulling things and riding on trails. So this powder, it's only a matter of time until I'm going to get really stuck. So I'm going to try to get down where there's a little bit less snow or where it's packed down better. I've covered some miles today. I think I want to press in just a little bit further. But before we do that, we're going to run the drone up here and see kind of what this looks like here from the air.
Attitude mode. Fly with caution. All right, we're going to get out of here. This isn't fantastic. The sun's setting. I'm stuck. I should be able to get out of here though. We'll start digging and stomping. There's really one place on a snow machine to get stuck, and it's right in front, right behind the skis, right in front of, they call it the tunnel where the track is, right in here. And what happens is the front of your machine gets high centered. And so you have to dig that out, and it's difficult to, especially if there's still snow underneath your machine. If you can dig all the way to the ground and your machine's sitting on the ground, it's different rules. But if your machine is suspended with snow and you're trying to get it to go uphill when it's stuck, it's going to be difficult. So it's easiest to dig out that area in the tunnel so your snow machine isn't high centered, and then dig it out and push it down and stomp out in front of it enough so that it's at least level. If it's going downhill, that's golden. But if it's at least level, then generally you can blast your way out of there. But I know when I first started snow machining, I would dig all the way around my machine and dig this and dig that. And now I pretty much just aim for that tunnel and the high centeredness directly under the engine of the machine. And that makes your life a lot easier. You know, for people who snow machine a lot, they've probably already figured that out. I know when I first started snow machining, nobody told me and I had to figure it out on my own. Would have been easier if my friends would have told me. Maybe they just enjoyed watching me dig. Okay, if we get it moving, we just got to stay on it. So I'm going to pick up all my stuff and see if we can blast out of here. We were able just to blast out of that. So now we got to, there's a trail in the bottom, so I want to go see if I can find that trail and get on that trail. So you can see there's 3 moose there. I was trying to go around those moose and I got stuck again. Good. Well, we were in the stuff today. Holy smokes. Well, we're on a semi-trail now that leads to another trail that'll take us out. I know where we're at. It's starting to get dark, but we'll get back probably before it gets dark all the way. Lost a panel off my snow machine. I don't even know where I lost that at, and to be honest with you, we went places by accident that there's no way I want to go back to. Although I think I know where I lost it at. Huh. Maybe tomorrow I'll come back and look for it. I think I might know where it's at. But I don't think I have time today to go after it. What time is it? 2:53. And the sun sets at 4 o'clock today, allegedly, although it's below the horizon. Now it's starting to get dim. Maybe we'll just mosey down that way for a minute and see if we can get that. Well, there's my piece, but you can see it's all broken. Oh, that's a bummer. I'll take it out with me, but I guess I'll have to keep going. Hooey! So we're back to the spot where we realized we lost a part to the snow machine. But we found it and it was broken.
We're going to take the drone up again here. A little nicer landing than last time, huh? Sun's below the horizon for certain, and it's starting to get dark already. We probably have 45 minutes to get out of here, would be my guess. There's so much ice in here, I can't get my feet in there. If you can get your feet up under there, it helps keep your feet warm, but there's so much ice there I just couldn't even get my feet in there. We still got some sun. Beautiful night. We've made it back to the truck, dropped some stuff off, changed my hat out of my helmet, and we're gonna go get some dinner at a local roadhouse. I feel like I earned it today. Wow, that was a day. I think I filmed probably 2 times I was stuck, and that was just the
beginning of it. I was probably stuck 5 or 6 times. There was a lot of powder today. And usually when you get, like, we got 5 feet of snow probably. Usually when you have 5 feet of snow, you get a base in there, so it warms up, it freezes, and you get more snow on top of it, and so it kind of creates a shelf on there. And so generally speaking, when you get 5 feet of snow this time of year, it's January, you should have a solid base under there, and you should be running on top of like 4 or 5 inches of powder, which is just golden. But this is just mush all the way to the ground. There's just no base at all. It's like it got cold, it snowed, and it's not warmed up to set the base or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's just all fresh snow. But it was a chore today. I worked really, really hard. You just had to, I have a heavy machine, and so you just had to get on it and stay on it to get it up on plane. And if you ever slowed down or stopped or something, you'd sink down and be stuck. Or, oh, mercy. I am going to feel today, tomorrow. This is really my first big ride of the season. We were out a couple weeks ago. We went out to a cabin, but that was probably only about 5 miles of riding and on flat trails and stuff. Today, I was out in the powder and down on trails and where there were no trails, and oh, it just beat me up. I worked really hard today. Hopefully, we have clear skies in the morning. We can make a run on it, but it's not really forecast that way, but we'll see. Meanwhile, we'll just sit here and chill. We got the Mr. Buddy heater going, hanging out in the back of my truck, dirt bagging. All right, we'll see you in the morning. Well, I've already been busy this morning. I loaded up the snow machine. We have this like fine mist of snow coming down because it's really cold, so you're not going to get big flakes. And so we got this fine mist of snow coming down. And it's been coming down now for probably 3 hours. And what that really means then in terms of being outside and trying to snow machine is that you're not going to be able to see anything. Whenever you have those kind of conditions, at least in my experience, it means that you got good cloud cover. Even when the sun comes up, then everything's going to look flat because there's not enough light to make shadows. They call it flat light, actually. So it will not be a favorable day to be snow machining. As I said yesterday, I have things I got to get done today. Snow machining would have been probably top of my list because I'm up here and ready to go. But if it's not going to be favorable, then I'm probably going to head back. So I'm going to get some coffee going here, and then we'll get on the road and get going. This is called a jet boil. It boils water pretty fast. If you watched my channel when I'm camping or doing anything, I pretty much always have my jet boil. One of my favorites is I take it in my drift boat. When I'm on the river fishing, I'll just stop and make coffee somewhere or make lunch. And you can kind of hear it going now. Put the lid on it just to keep the heat in. The thing you have to be mindful of with these, though, is that they boil water really fast, and when they do, when the water boils, if you're not watching, it'll spew out like a volcano. And in a closed environment like this, I mean, if you got it on a picnic table out in the middle of the woods, who cares? You got it in the back of your truck on a tote, not so great. And so we'll keep a little peek on this here. Yesterday was a difficult day. I got stuck probably at least 5 times. And you know, stuck early in the day, it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. When you start getting stuck late in the day, when, you know, the sun's starting to go down and all of that, especially if you're off trail, then you better get an idea, okay, the trail's that way, so when I get unstuck, I can get over there. But if you're off trail, the likelihood that you're getting stuck again and again and again is most certainly a real thing, especially as it starts to get dark and you don't see what's going on, so you can't look ahead 100 yards and go, oh, I need to go that path there. You know, when you're just driving by your headlight out in the backcountry, it gets difficult. So for me, and there are people that are different than I am, for me, I like the comfort of being on a trail, especially when it starts in the dark. And so I didn't want to get stuck off trail last night and have the sun go down. So that had me a smidge bit worried. But it all worked out fine. I think this fuel canister is getting low, because it sure sounds like a jet taking off. But I'd rather run it all the way out than put a new one on and have another canister just bouncing around. And so we're just going to let it go here. I think something's getting ready to happen. Well, not yet. It's getting close, though. I'm moving the lid off of it. That lowers the volcano-ness of the whole thing. Alrighty then. Just stir it until it gets just the right amount of foam on it. That's how you could tell when it was going to be good. And the way this thing works is it's got a lid and then a screen on here. And so we'll put this on there and let it soak in there for about 10 minutes. This is my version of washy white spoon here. Yesterday on my whole trip, I neglected to drink very much water. I only stopped to have water one time, and that was a bad idea. Typically when it's this cold, it was around 0 yesterday or just above 0. There's no moisture in the air, and so it really dries out your body, your skin, everything really quickly, your lips, so you want to have chapstick. But every time you're breathing out, you're breathing water out, and so you end up getting dehydrated. And so realistically, I probably should have drank about 2 of these yesterday when I was out, and I did not. And I can feel it today. I should have drank more water yesterday. Well, it's been about 10 minutes. And so my plan right now is, when you push this down, remember there's a screen in there, and it pushes the grounds down, and just the coffee's on top then. My plan is, though, is I'm going to fill up my cup here, obviously, fill up my thermos, and then going to get on the road and head for home. So thanks for coming along today. It was a really fun trip for me. I hope you guys enjoy it. Not my favorite driving conditions.